Alright, Genshin. What have you got for us for patch 5.6, eh? Some Mondstadt, okay. Navia? Is that a new little region in Fontaine? Or just like a special area probably for an event? Oh, it's a new girl. Was this a cooking competition? Escoffier. Annoyingly, it's in Japanese, so we don't get to hear the English voice for Escoffier. But that's to be expected. Hold up, is that Auroran and Kanich in Fontaine? Yeah, and Aoife. Well, obviously Aoife because he's coming out, but they're in Fontaine. Interesting. That's a pretty sick normal attack. Wait, is that how he flies? He just summons Kukuku. A public bath from the time of Remuria. Lord Remus, eh? Smuggling case. Oh, we're gonna hear more about gold. Huh? You doing, Albedo? Acting all sus. Oh, okay. Ooh, what is going on with these hilly Charles? It feels so strange going back to Mondstadt, but I am so excited for it. Oh, hello, who are you? Who is that? Formal meeting with the Hexen Circle? Holy shit! What's that, a new boss? Okay, they look sick. They look awesome. What did Albedo do? They're not actually talking about Albedo when there's a sentence there, right? Varka? Okay. Alright, so there's your first code. Let me just get myself out of the way there. There's your first code. Enjoy those primos. Save them, use them, do whatever you wish. Okay, they've got a lot of explaining to do.
Hello everyone!
Oh hey, English
VAs!
VAs!
Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Aressa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Hey, your turn.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Cass and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so
That's
excited
British
to be
VA.
hosting alongside
Hell
you two
yeah.
today.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting
not
movement
a
signal
tail?
tracking support mech.
Okay,
It's a
that's
piece of
actually a little
tech, basically.
disappointing.
It helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
I'm actually disappointed
Okay,
she's not.
That seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile. Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh, cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow, exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is
Yeah,
a
we know
master
that.
of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow, intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well-mannered most of the time. But when it comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her mission
So,
as a
anime
chef
Gordon
is to make
Ramsay.
haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Oh, is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Ha, okay. That feels like a personal call-out. But seriously, though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede? What happened?
Did she poison someone?
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed in
Did her
Escoffier's
cooking kill
story
someone?
quest, treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier.
Cool.
Oh, and travellers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers get to experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest, nice. Huh. Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is, trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it. Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams, which brings us to one of her talents.
Ooh.
When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy,
That's a
she can
pretty
reduce their
elemental
resistance
burst
to
animation,
hydro
though.
and cryo damage. The more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay. So it looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Ah, okay.
Wow, so it seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent. I can definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
True, but Escoffier is not just a support. She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage.
That's
so with her ability
pretty
to
quick.
shred resistance, she basically buffs her own damage.
Ooh, yeah.
In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the
And
entire
she
party.
heals?
Incredible. Okay.
What?
So she can buff the party, dish out damage, and
And
heal.
it,
Wow.
oh, alright.
Sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and thanks to a different talent,
She actually sounds
has another
really good.
ability that really showcases her
Great.
skills as a chef. If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa. I've never
can-
seen a talent
what?
like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and plus she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well,
A
that would be
5-star
so fun to
dish?
check out in game.
Totally. So
What?
take note of this next piece of news, travelers.
Alright, I'm gonna have to
In
do
the
that
first
if I
half
can
of
get her.
version 5.6, we'll have event wishes
Ah,
for
Navia's
Sofia
back.
and Navia. A new
Okay.
5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner.
That is
Our
a
new 4-star
gorgeous
character,
polearm
Eva,
as well.
will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the
And-
first half banners.
Yes,
no
Eva
way,
with the new
bro.
character. That's what we
I
like to
think that's
see.
my line, but I couldn't have said
So I
it
guess
better
I'm probably
myself.
going to be pulling for Escoffier, not
And
aiming
another
to
bit
get
of
her,
really
but if I
exciting
can get her,
news is that travelers
awesome.
will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me. Holy servants! Behold! The almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence!
no thanks.
Ah,
Ah,
the
hell
heck are you
yeah.
on about? Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how? Oh wow! No way, bro! What? You little... Oh dear! Oh dear! Do you even hear yourself, bro? How dare you!
Kakuku is the best, like,
Huh? What are you on about?
pet character.
No way, bro. Huh? Seriously? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulao's wisdom is wasted on you. No way, bro. See you later. Huh? Ah!
Oh, you meant Kukuku and a how. Wow, I feel like those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kukuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you'd never ask, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather Clan. In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life, and now, of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard a how got
I love his
sick
design,
one
by the
time,
way.
So Kaniche took him to Aoife for
Aoife's
treatment,
design
and what do
is
you know?
fucking
A how
phenomenal.
is better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Eva really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
I guess, in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it was an emergency, Kakuku could help him get there in no time.
That is how
I
he
heard
flies,
Flower Feather Clan
legit.
is known for riding kukasaurs.
Holy
This
shit.
is less riding and more dangling.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's
Holy
super
shit,
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, and while we're on the subject,
He has
if there are
massive
any
wings,
travelers who
what?
haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon,
You could.
try
Oh,
it.
I'm
It's
so
gonna be a
annoyed.
completely
That.
different kind of
Oh, I
flying
would have loved to have
experience.
done
Yeah,
that.
I see that. Although it looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Aoife do in combat?
Well, Aoife is an Animo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies. Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat.
And he can attack
Aoife's
in
elemental
midair.
skill, Kakuku
That's
launches him
so
into
cool.
the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal animo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, he's a healer as
So
well.
what
That makes
kind of
sense.
comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's Blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage. Based on
Oh,
the
he's an
total amount of
electro.
Night Soul
He's
points
going to be
across
really
the
good with
entire
Auroron then.
Okay, so he works well with
Nice.
characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions.
Yeah.
And characters that can generate Night Soul points. He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus,
He's gonna be
in
really good
areas
with Auroron.
Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those
Okay.
medical skills to use. His kit
Just
seems
passive
really
healing.
intuitive, and he helps with
That's cool.
exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
What can I say? He is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6, the secret source automaton.
Is that the
overseer
dragon that
device.
we fought?
Travelers will need to defeat it to obtain ascension materials for Escoffier.
Alright, so that's
I
the
thought we faced
Scopier's
something like this
materials.
before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the secret source automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are
Okay, so it's
pieces
not
of
the
ancient
actual dragon, but it's
technology.
similar.
They almost seem like
Yeah.
two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the event portion.
Hell yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
Wow. There are Natlan
Whirling.
characters in
Ooh, a new
14?
bow.
Is it because of a
Sequence
festival or
of
something?
Solitude.
Not a festival, an amusement park
Ooh.
organized by Navia and the Spina di Rasula.
Ooh.
Aurora and
amusement
Aoife
park.
are there to deliver Natlan produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered,
Okay.
leading Kanich and Risley to cross paths.
A Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun event.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few sneak peeks to share, so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is a How cowering behind Kanich? I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban. Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Mermonia.
Uh-oh.
Auroron thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalette and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to
Oh.
teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh, I don't really know what it could be. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Hmm.
Anyway, I wanted to point out there are two dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalette could, like, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh,
I
can't
don't
wait
know
to
how
see
that.
their
I don't
interactions
think
go.
that's how it works.
Honestly,
But
I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say that beats the real thing. So, if you're interested, be sure to check out all the shenanigans in game.
Hey,
and
a new
trust
bow for
me,
my Bows
there
Only
are a
account.
lot of them. Always makes me laugh. Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board. Why are my fraud alarm bells ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rosula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay,
Uh-oh.
tell me everything.
You got it, bro.
Uh-oh.
Travelers will be in charge of operations.
I was never a fan of these
expanding the
management
park, and
sims
managing
that we've had in the
staff.
past.
During each business cycle, travelers will need to allocate their precious funds and action points to the most important tasks based on their management needs.
And plus, Navia recruited Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant. Woo! The dishes she creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue by adding different kinds of attractions.
Ooh,
For
that
example,
looks fun.
in Eclectic Escapades, visitors can experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high
That
speeds.
part is actually
Or
looking
there's
interesting.
movie masterpieces where you
Ooh,
have to use
yeah.
special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in visitors and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So, long story short, don't worry too much. You don't have to go it alone.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems and a new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
Do show me what it can
Awesome.
do.
More Primo Gems to save for
I
your
would
next
like to
pull.
know if it's actually a good
Which
bow.
reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right, yeah.
Phase
Sorry
2
to keep you in
Kinich
suspense,
and
travellers.
Raiden
In the
Shogun.
second half of version 5.6, we'll
Okay.
have returning event wishes for Kinich and the Raiden Shogun.
I can probably safely
Plus,
skip
the
those.
Chronicled Wish banner will be
A
retired in
Chronicled
version
Wish
5.6.
already?
I know a lot of travellers have been waiting for that, so check it out if you're
Whoa.
interested.
Yeah, you have to. And best
Okay.
of luck on your polls.
All right. That was a lot of info.
I have all of
so
them
let's take our first break.
except
Here's
Ayato,
the
and I don't
second
care for
redemption code,
Ayato.
travelers.
So I'll probably skip that Chronicled Wish. Right, there's your second redemption code. Do claim it before it runs out. Here we
The
go.
Windbloom Festival, once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
What is going on in Mondstadt? And who are you? A Hydro.
Why is
you
Albedo
vision.
on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe? What tidings does the Dodo communication
I don't know who that
bring
is,
this time?
but I pray to God it's not
Answers to these
Varka.
questions and more in the version 5.
Could you imagine?
Archon Quest.
Nice voice.
Oh, nice.
Ah, shucks, thanks.
So,
Oh, that was
we
him.
finally
Oh.
make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. And I don't even know what to think. But something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together
There's
some
something going on in
information about the
Mondstadt,
case.
and
Let's go through
Albedo's
it and see
probably
if we can
behind it.
uncover some new clues.
Well, actually, probably
So,
not.
Here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human
Yeah.
remains.
Obviously
and the
not.
case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo. So the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is
Fraudulent
just trying
evidence.
to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court,
Barbados.
the evidence does the talking.
He might not
Travelers will
be
have access
the
to
most
Barbados' office on the
morally,
second floor of
like,
headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and
morally
hopefully track down
correct
some
person,
clues.
but he's not a
So
bad
I saw
guy.
Jean, Kaya, and Eula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Who is that?
Oh, that's Dahlia.
Oh,
He's the
Dahlia.
deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy.
Ah.
Dahlia acts as the Herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Herald of
Very
Barbados.
interesting. He sounds
Wow.
like a very important figure then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest.
Hell
At
yeah.
some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice.
Oh.
But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead.
Yes,
It's
let's
only on the
go.
second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped two major names.
Yeah.
Parker has been on an expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing.
Don't get
As
to
for
meet him
Alice,
yet, but
we know she's the mother of the most adorable Clee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh,
probably.
you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right? And now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of
Whoa.
our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
Everyone. Let's
Wow.
go.
This is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their
We're
first
actually going to be
companions
fighting
and
monsters
embarked on this
inside
whole
Mondstadt.
journey. And now
That's
it's a
crazy.
crisis. Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road.
We could
Alice
use all the
can offer
Mondstadt
something
characters
to help,
again.
but
Hell yeah.
travelers will need to pass a trial first.
The
and
game
defeat
before the
king and
game.
queen
Or
on the
gate. I
chessboard.
was a game before the game.
Anything to defend Mondstadt. I'm
Game
sure
before
travelers
the
aren't scared of a
gate.
little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
Are there going to be like chess mechanics somehow? Like you have to stand in certain positions? That'd be awesome. Or enemies attacking certain certain directionals. Hell yeah. Obviously the king and queen are just sort of not generic looking, but like I don't know.
Alex
Doesn't
will
seem as
preside
to
over the
be
first
as
phase of the
interesting a
trial.
fight as
The
this.
trial takes place on a chessboard.
This
The
looks
rules of
fun.
chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice
Yeah.
some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to
Oh.
create an opening and dish out damage. But in the
Yeah.
second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoko presiding over the second phase.
Oh,
One wearing
Dodoko.
a blue
Oh
hat.
yeah.
Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Ooh.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for themselves.
A
As for
Hexen
the
Circle
second phase
themed
of the trial,
boss.
Let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely
Continuously
powerful
trigger
attacks,
Frozen to
but
interrupt.
freeze reactions can help you
Okay.
create an opening.
Maybe jot that one down for later, travelers. So, we know there's murder, an attack on Mondstadt, a Hexen Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover. You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then, a similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah, I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right, okay, well, let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 events.
Woo.
Yes.
First
What other
up
kind of
on the
events we
docket
got?
is an event that brings us back to Fontaine,
Operation
where travelers can
Downpour.
test out their tactical brilliance in the new wargame, Operation Downpour Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I
Oh,
know.
it's one of these.
This
All
wargame
right.
comes with
It's
all new
fine, I
offensive
guess.
and defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really tests is strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
That's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to begin.
Yeah.
And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses,
Do I have
your
to play
job is
co-op?
to use your chosen offensive lineup to outmaneuver their strategy. The side that breaks the opposing formation first, or makes greater progress within the time limit, wins.
Wow.
Okay, so it sounds like it all comes down to strategy. All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Ooh, combat
Okay, let's
event.
take a look at the gameplay. Think this is a simple battle
Oh.
for coins? Haha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your
Didn't we
advantage,
just have
and
this
you
kind of
might be able
event?
to turn the tides in your favor.
I mean,
This
it's
looks
fine,
so
but
fun. You could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many
Yeah, I don't
points
know
as
about
possible to
this.
secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is called Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems. I'm sure at this point in their journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations. But maybe there's a character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps. Then, I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of difficulty, and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates. First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also
card
look
skin.
forward to
Ooh, new
character and
cards.
action cards added to regular mode.
Sepos and Shilonen.
More food for the card sharks.
There are
Okay.
also some major updates to automatic
I have been playing a
art
lot of Genius Invocation.
So in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally, the Ley Line Overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out.
We won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other
Ooh,
side,
collab.
travelers.
Bye.
Do go on. Alright, there's our final redemption code once again. Don't forget to claim it. And oh, this is the release schedule. Okay. Cool. And I like that. They tell us the release schedule and exactly how many primos we could get from these events. A lot of primos, a lot of rewards. What is this down here? No way, bro. Versus no you. Community of it. Community event. What is that?
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Imaginary
Let's jump
theatre
right into
optimization,
system optimization.
character talent
Some
and
travellers provided
constellation
feedback
tab
the brilliant blessing
optimization,
enhancement process in the
treasure
Imaginarium
treasure
Theatre
compass
was a bit
optimization,
confusing, which made it difficult to
map
level up
pins.
strategically and optimize character turn order. So,
Okay.
in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the brilliant blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice? A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the
Oh,
credits,
there's a
right?
transient resin and
What if you just missed that last star
Ooh.
challenge? That would be such a bummer.
and an elixir
Yeah,
as well.
the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. All right, so this next
nice.
update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information. Of course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all the
Okay.
information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Our next optimization is for the treasure compass.
How are they optimizing this
Travelers
even
provided
more?
feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to pick up the quests. So
Oh.
after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could
Okay.
track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well.
I've already unlocked them all.
Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Oh, nice. That should really help travelers that are stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Not
But
me.
the map pins have also been optimized.
Yes,
Starting
how?
in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to start fresh if
Oh,
you're
that's all
someone
right.
who really
Yeah.
likes to go ham with the markers.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up our system optimizations. So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
Oh.
That's right. First, we have some exciting
The hell is this?
collaboration news to share.
Charlotte
Genshin Impact
Tilbury?
is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte
Oh.
Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So,
Beauty
let's watch
stuff.
a preview trailer for the collaboration.
I'm not interested. Yeah, this isn't for me. I like the art though. I like the artwork there.
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah.
Sounds good.
The album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini-games are always so fun and creative.
Absolutely.
Just can't wait.
Well, that's it for the version 5.6 special program. A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. And with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Okay. That was a pretty good live stream. Oh, what's this? Ooh, Song of the Welcome Moon. Stay tuned on April 30th. Let's fucking go. More lore drop? Oh, let's go. Okay, well, that was version 5.6 trailer. I actually really enjoyed that. It looked really good. The events seem a bit not for me. Let's just say that. They're just not for me. They're not bad. They're just not for me. The banners are pretty good. I can easily skip the second half. But the story within Mondstadt, that is so intriguing. I cannot wait for the version. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.